Wild Willie T's Arm Wrestling and Strongman Rants, bringing you commentary, news, and insights on the two sports I love the most, both from a fan's perspective and a journalistic perspective, but with a twist. Lots of rants. Hey folks, and welcome to another show, Wild Willie T's Arm Wrestling and Strongman Review. I'm not going to lie to you folks. Since the last time I did the video on, I believe it was Jerry Larratt and Travis Bagent, I was watching all of my, all the guys I subscribe to, Uncle John, Arm Wrestling News, Michael Todd, Marcio Barboza, John Berzank, I love Ray, Coach Ray, and his channel, Top Roll Kings. Evan Burgoyne, I've been following, and for those who don't know, my real name is Billy Joyce. I run a CRTC licensed radio station out of Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. I used to do YouTube. I had 24,000 subscribers on YouTube. I built that up in 2 years. I talked a lot of politics because, like I say, I run a radio station, but I'm also one of those guys that likes to research and get my information from all kinds of different places. I'll read newspapers that are printed in other countries, and I'll read information that you never ever see here in the mainstream media. And this is this is going to be aimed at arm wrestlers. It's going to be aimed at the strongman community. It's going to be aimed at people who sometimes get so consumed with the things that they love that they forget to really look at the big picture and how the things that they love are affected by other things going on in the world. And nothing in the world right now is without the effect of this, whatever you want to call it, we've been going through for the last 2 years. And right now in Canada, we have this Freedom Convoy going on. I don't know if you've heard, but the GoFundMe page was shut down today. And I'm sure anyone's wondering, what the hell does this have to do with arm wrestling? Well, you wanted rants. People wanted unscripted rants. I'd like to thank, first of all, the people that, the thousands of people that watched the video I did on Devon Larratt beating Levon Sagnishvili. And the more time goes on, Arm Wrestling News, Pradeep, in one of your videos, you like to call out other people about being hypocrites or contradictory. In one of your videos, at one point, you say that you'd bet 5-1 if with the Levon and Devon match, and then later you said 2-1. I'll tell you what, if you want to go 5-1. Just on the match alone, 5-1 on the match alone, I'll put up $100. And if you want to go shutout stakes, where you think Levon's going to beat Devon 6-0, I'll put up $100 on that, and you pay me $200 if you lose. So on the match itself, I'll put up $100. If Devon wins, you pay me $5. If on the shutout stake, what you're saying there, I'll give you $100 if Levon beats him 6-0. But if it's 5-1, you pay me $200. So that's how we're going to do that if you'd like. Because in your own video, at one point you said 5-1, 2-1. Anyway, just wanted to put that out there. I was going to compile a bunch of stuff. But I've been busy compiling what the mainstream media and the politicians and the nutjobs in Ottawa have been lying about for over a week now since this convoy started in Ottawa.
Over the past few days, Canadians were shocked and frankly disgusted by the behavior displayed by some people protesting in our nation's capital. Hate can never be the answer. I want to be very clear. We are not intimidated by those who hurl insults and abuse at small business workers and steal food from the homeless.
I just want to say COVID started when I was 8 years old, I think, and I am now 11 years old. And ever since COVID hit, I have been kind of upset because I can't see my friends, I can't give them hugs, and at school, nothing is the same as it used to be, and I hope these truckers can make it all just go back to normal, so all of us can get back to our normal lives and just hang out with friends and family, go to the beach. I'm just gonna go have fun, truckers, and thank you all.
Thank you, truckers.
Hi, my name is Gabriel. I'm from Manitoba. I'm turning 13 years old tomorrow, and I just wanted to say best birthday gift ever, having you guys fighting for us. I am so glad for you, truckers. You rock.
Hi, my name is Matthew. I'm 12 years old, and I'm from Alberta, and I just want to say you guys are awesome. Keep on trucking.
Good night, truckers. Thank you.
To Santa Canada, truckers.
I got a little guy here that wants to say something to the truckers.
Thank you, truckers. Hi, my name is Matt. I'm 6. Go truckers. Have a good night. God bless.
Hello, I'm Kalia. I'm 10 years old. I come from Manitoba. I just wanted to thank you guys for what you did. I'm praying for you.
I love you guys.
Hi, my name is AJ, and I'm 8 years old, and I would just like to say thank you for all you guys do. My mom always says, you got it, a truck brought it.
Thank you, truckers, for standing up for us.
And I am 8 years old. And thank you for everything you do. I'm Austin and some Nachman, and we're glad you're doing put up the truck scene. And I liked it when John Hello, and I really love you when you're doing it.
Thank you for fighting for my freedom. Good night.
Thank you, truckers. Thank you, truckers, for being our heroes. This is Shiana from Pincher Creek, Alberta. We love you.
I work at a daycare, and I have a 5-year-old son. You're doing more than giving us back our freedom. You're giving the children back their childhood, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Hi, my name is Clara from John Heller, and have a nice drive. God bless you.
And of course, Devon Larratt, whom I made my first video on, whom is a former JTF2 soldier. I'm almost certain, because no one corrected me on it. And so is a supporter of Maxime Bernier, and is also a supporter of the Convoy. Now, arm wrestlers and strongmen, you're wondering, what the hell does this have to do with arm wrestling? You're supposed to be an arm wrestling channel. Well, how many people have been limited mobility-wise for the last 2 years? How many people have not been able to go to arm wrestling practice? How many people have not been able to go, lift with friends that they have maybe in a neighboring province or in a neighboring state because of draconian laws that are put in place? And I can't say too much on YouTube because I'll probably get censored. But I'm just letting you know that I'm here. I'm letting you know that I appreciate the work that everyone's putting into their YouTube channels. I appreciate the work that the arm wrestlers are putting into becoming better arm wrestlers. I contacted someone, and I'm not gonna mention names. I actually contacted a few places. I wanted to get into arm wrestling clubs, and I understand that many clubs are just following the guidelines of the authorities. I also understand that not everyone likes to question the authorities or question the official narrative, but I feel, as I'm a Canadian, I feel that as a Canadian or an American or anyone living in what you'd consider a free country should be able to make decisions based on all the facts. And if the facts change over time, people should be made aware of those facts changing, should they not. So I spend a lot of my time right now covering the Freedom Convoy, covering the politics behind it, covering the half-truths at best and the outright lies at worst that the mainstream media is telling, and I expose it all, and it takes a lot of work. So I want to apologize for not focusing as much on this channel, but I have a YouTube channel. I think it's called Canada's Red Pill, Billy Joyce. I only put up short clips on YouTube on that channel, but I've also got a BitChute channel, and on BitChute you got to look for Canada's Red Pill Billy Joyce. capital C, capital R, capital P, and then capital B, capital J, all together, all one word. It's same thing on Rumble. For some reason, the search algorithms, you'll only find me by searching for Canada's Red Pill, capital C, capital R, capital P, all one word, all put together. And maybe you don't want to go over there. Maybe you don't want to be aware of the politics and the false narrative behind the fact that for 2 years now, your sport, the sports that I love, the ability to compete, the ability to grow has, I mean, don't get me wrong, the growth of the YouTube channels is probably in part due to the lockdown, but different lockdowns, but in my opinion, time has long passed since these lockdowns should have been lifted. Listen, I participated in this convoy. I was in Nova Scotia. I was in Enfield, Nova Scotia when it left, and there were thousands of people there. I'm unvaccinated. There were thousands of people there, probably half of them at least, unvaccinated. Then I stopped at another spot where there were 300 people on an overpass. Then I stopped at another spot where there was 400 people on an overpass.
So, just so you all know, it's minus 18 degrees Celsius. Thank goodness there's no wind. And although Tim Houston and Dr. Strang will tell you that there are no Nova Scotians supporting this, check that out. Huh? Dr. Strang and all his lies. Tim Houston and all his lies. Justin Trudeau and all his lies. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, boys and girls!
And if it's so contagious, and I'm so at risk as an unvaccinated person, why is it that in the little community where I live, no more than 3,400 people, that of the dozens of cases I've heard of, in every single situation, it's someone who's double V'd, and I haven't heard of a single person who's un-V'd get sick. So why all these lockdowns? Like lately, in the last deaths in Nova Scotia, woman in her 60s, 2 women in their 70s, 2 people in their 80s, and 1 person in their hundreds. But yet, our kids aren't allowed to go to gym class without wearing masks. Our kids aren't allowed in class without wearing masks. Our kids aren't allowed to hold hands. Our kids aren't allowed to hug. Our kids aren't allowed to sing. Our kids aren't allowed, I mean, come on. Anyway, all that to say that I really appreciate the folks watching my arm wrestling and strongman channel, but this is a plea to the arm wrestling and strongman community. We can no longer remain silent. That's just my opinion. Go check out the videos that I do on Rumble and BitChute. Just watch them objectively, and then compare that to what we're hearing. Compare that to the laws that exist that are prohibiting you from developing the sport that we all love so much to the full extent that it could be, and then ask yourself if it makes any sense that we're tolerating it. And in Canada right now, we're singing, we're dancing, we're praying, we're singing, we're dancing some more. Truckers are playing hockey with kids in the streets, and GoFundMe stops the campaign because apparently it's turned into a violent, what is it they called it? It's no longer a rally, it's no longer a protest. It's an occupation now, right? It's a violent occupation. A violent occupation. Reach out to Devon Larratt. Devon Larratt was there. Devon Larratt lives in Ottawa. Ask him if it's an occupation. And shit, things might very well go sideways. Things might very well go sideways Saturday, February 5th. And if they do, it's not going to be because of the truckers and their supporters, folks. So I will be coming at you with an arm wrestling video. Like I said, I was wanting to join a club, and it looks like I'm not going to be able to join any kind of arm wrestling club until this whole racket's over. So I am begging you, just please give me a shot. Go check out Canada's Red Pill, and soon, I'll be back with more wild willy teas, rants, and raves on arm wrestling and strongman. Love yous. Peace out.